All right, here we are, guys, with the fourth and final edition of, I don't know, what do we call this? Beginning of the year predictions or division previews, whatever you guys want.
Post-draft special.
Yeah, sure, we'll call it that. Even though we really haven't broke down the draft, we just broke down the teams. But I don't know, let's just jump into the West and get it over with. First team I'm looking at here is Raw Deal, Josh Martell. Jim, what do you think?
Aaron Rodgers, Frank Gore, gotta love it. No Sean Marino, question mark, can he stay healthy? Steve Smith, New York Giants, PPR machine there. Malcolm Floyd, I'm kind of high on with, what's his name? Help me out there, Greg.
Legadoo Nane?
No, who's the guy that's out?
Oh, Vincent Jackson.
Vincent Jackson, there we go. He's out. I think Floyd gets a big bump. Aaron Hernandez.
I like him as a number 2 tight end with upside. I don't like him as your starter.
Number 2, number 3. So yeah, he's got a shot for the division. We'll see what the other teams bring, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
You seemed a little down on Moreno. I'm actually a little high on Moreno, and also he's got Correll Buckhalter to back him up in case if he goes down. So that's a nice handcuff right there. Percy Harvin's got the migraines, so I can see him, sneaking into his lineup if he's healthy. And I actually like Lauren Robinson a lot. I had him last year before he got hurt, and he's a high upside guy. He's going to be Bradford's number 1 target on a improving St. Louis Rams team.
Yes.
So I don't know what's not to like on this team besides the tight ends. The tight ends are pretty god-awful.
Yes.
Maybe he could use one of his strong bench players like Percy Harvin to go get a tight end or something, or give up a draft pick or something. So we'll have to see there, Martell. But you got a good shot.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump on over to... All right, Team Delantis. Got Flacco, Steven Jackson. Empty spot, but I'm sure he'll throw in Maroney or Joe His running backs are really bad besides Steven Jackson. Yeah, his running backs may be weak, but his receivers are very rock solid strong. And
yes.
Reggie Wayne and Brandon Marshall. But even though I was a little down on Marshall earlier, but I still think he's going to be a top 10 receiver. Vernon Davis, top 3 tight end, can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that, Jim?
That second running back spot's a big question mark. He's got to make a trade. Maybe someone high on Des Bryant. Maybe you can trade him for running back. You got Lawrence Maroney. I mean, some people are up on him.
Some people are down.
That big gaping hole at the second running back spot. But other than that, team's solid.
He's got Flacco and Favre. He could also use one of them as a chip.
Yeah.
But he can also play the matchup game with him. So actually, I don't know if I like doing that because if you pick the wrong guy, you're gonna kill yourself every week.
Oh yeah.
And if you get in the habit of picking the wrong guy, you're gonna get in the habit of picking the wrong guy because you're gonna start questioning yourself. But actually, other than running quarterback, wide receiver is definitely his strength, and he might have the strongest wide receiver foursome in the league, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
With Wayne, Marshall, Des Bryant, and Santonio Moss. So this could be my early favorite to win this division. We shall see. But
it all depends who his number 2 running back is.
Yeah, but the next team here is Big D, Chris Testa. Phillip Rivers, Adrian Peterson, Cadillac Williams, Greg Jennings, Dwayne Bowe, Jason Witten. Goskowski, too. Best kicker in the game, or one of.
This is shaping up to be a tough division.
This is probably the toughest division. The East and what was it? The South? No, the North. No, you're in the South, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those are probably the 2 other tough ones. Actually, all the divisions could be tough. You never know. But this is probably the toughest.
I don't see anything. Phillip Rivers, you gotta like Peterson, Cadillac Williams. Middle of the road. Greg Jennings, you gotta love. Wayne Bowe, let's hope he steps up and takes another step over last year.
I think he can bounce back easily. I think he can have a bounce back.
Yeah. Jason Witten, top flight tight end.
PPR machine, your words.
Yeah. Chargers D, we'll see what happens there.
But he also got Minnesota's D, so there you go.
Yep.
But he's going to obviously sit up against New Orleans week 1, so.
And Javar Gaffney, some say that he's going to be the number 1 in Denver.
Mm-hmm. Bernard Scott, I look at him as a guy I was targeting in the draft, but was taken by Testa. Bernard Scott's one Cedric Benson injury away from being a top 20 easily running back in this league. I followed him last year because I had Benson, and when he
Yep.
touches the ball, he's pretty electric. That could be a player to watch. Even Alex Smith, I can see him growing, and maybe be a trade chip down the road. But
Yeah.
this is a pretty strong team too.
Yeah.
All three of these teams so far have been strong. And now let's jump over to the defending champ of this division, Chris Picky Adams. He has a tough road ahead of him, Jim.
Yeah. I mean, Carlson Palmer, Rashad Mendenhall. I mean, good one there. Joseph Adai. We'll see if he can stay healthy. Fincy, excellent. Terrell Owens, I think is definitely going to be a plus over last year. Winslow, I mean, he could surprise someone depending what Palmer does.
He's got the Owens, he's got the Owens Palmer connection, and if Owens starts becoming his favorite receiver, hey, that's all he's gonna ride. This kid, Chris, 2 years ago had Warner, Bolden, and Fitzgerald. So I think he's trying to create some of that magic again with Palmer and Owens. So he likes to handcuff the receivers and the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Uh, Running back,
But, I mean, he could surprise some people. But,
yes,
I would say that he's got an uphill battle.
he's got an uphill battle. I think he's the weakest in this division, but if he was in another division, I think he'd be maybe one of the better teams in the division. But this division is just so freaking good.
Yeah. Time will tell, and like all of fantasy injuries, who gets struck with the injury bug. That's going to make a big difference. Who can stay healthy?
Yes.
Uh,
Now
uh,
let's close this up, Jim, and you give me a
why
one.
don't you pick them?
You want me to pick them? All right, I'm going to pick these ones. I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say Big D, Testa's going to win it. Team Delantis second, Raw Deal third, Picky Adams fourth. That's how I like it. I think Peterson is going to pick up where Favre leaves off a little, and I think they're going to run the ball a lot more instead of being pass happy with Favre. And I think he's just going to be a monster. He's going to be a beast. He's going to be really the top 2 running back in this league.
Well, I thought he already was a top 2 running back.
Well, he's going to prove that he is.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. He's going to prove that he is a top 2. You're going to get what you pay for by drafting him second if this was a redraft league instead of a keeper league. So.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Delantis is going to make a trade and get a number 2 runner there, and he's going to take the division. Picky Adams is going to be second, and
Picky Adams going to be second, huh?
Yeah.
You think the Cincinnati's going to work it out?
I think he's got solid team, and he could surprise some people.
Okay.
And let's see who's next. Raw Deal, Big D. Let's see. We'll go Big D and then Raw Deal.
I don't know how you can finish fourth with Aaron Rodgers, but I had him at third, so I'm not that far off. But I like the Delantis first, but right now he doesn't have that second running back, and
Yeah, well, like he said, he's got plenty of trade bait there.
that he does, and he is probably the trade happiest person in this league. So I'm sure everyone gets offers from him each week.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, if you want to trade, he's the guy to talk to because 1, he has chips, and 2, he loves to trade.
Okay.
So guys, that's it. That's gonna be it. We recorded this on Thursday night, but I doubt I'll probably have this up Monday or Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. I'm going away for the weekend anyway.
Yes. So I'll have this up Monday and Tuesday, and check it out, guys. Each week we're gonna be doing Game of the Week, and we're gonna predict the winners. So stick with us, and we'll be back. For now, see you later, Jim.